Hi, Julie Rader here with the report for the Aries full moon occurring on October 20th at about 8 in the morning here Pacific time in California. The Aries full moon is definitely ramping up the intensity that we are continuing through the end of the year. Aries full moon is always a big one because Aries it's a big energy. It's the first sign in the zodiac. It's the leader. It's courageous. It's cardinal energy, which means it's first out of the gate and fire. Last year on the Aries full moon, I got into a car wreck. I totaled my car, injured my shoulder, to where I'm still a year later having issues with it. It is a type of energy where if we don't slow down and listen and really take a step back and a pause, there can be collisions, quite literally, like happened to me last year. But this year, it's happening just 2 days after both Mercury and Jupiter have gone direct. So now we have several planets moving forward in the sky for this month have gone direct. And the last aspect of the moon is the moon squaring Pluto. So that's going to be its last aspect before the full moon. And then the full moon is the last aspect that it has in Aries. And then its first one in Taurus is going to be a square to Saturn. So it's a day where it's very action oriented. Squares aren't always challenging. In ancient astrology, we think of squares as challenging. They're more of they can be challenging, but they also push us to the next level, push us to take that leap. Now, with all these planets moving forward, they're still in the shadow period. However, there is a direct forward moving energy, and this Aries full moon is contributing to it for sure. So, and then the very next day, on the 21st, we have Mars, which is the ruler of Aries, square Pluto. So it's a big energy, this full moon. Let's go through each of the signs and see where it will impact you in your life. I highly recommend looking at your sun, rising, and moon, the rising being the most important. That's a constellation that was on the horizon at the moment of your birth. You can look that up. Just go to any free astrology chart that you can bring up. Astro.com is a great one. And but if not, at least your sun sign, moon sign is important as well. If you know all three, listen to all three, put it together for more of a big picture view of what this full moon will bring for you. Aries. Oh, this is a big one for you because it's your full moon. So it's happening in your first house. It is really shining a spotlight on how do you want to step out into the world? How do you want to be seen in the world? What changes in your environment, in your life, in your body are you ready and willing to make? This is giving you a motivation to rebrand who you are, how you want to feel, how you want others to see you, the legacy you want to leave behind. And yeah, like your own personal makeover in all areas of your life. Taurus, this is happening for you in your second house, the house of finances, self-worth, and food. So this full moon is really asking you to take a look at where you can release what is no longer serving you, whether it's the old beliefs of not being good enough, whether it is sugar or other things, toxins that your body no longer would benefit from intaking, or financially, where can you cut back? Where can you make changes so that you can achieve the goals you want to achieve financially as well? And do whatever you need to boost your self-worth. Gemini, this is happening in your third house. So your ruler, Mercury, has just gone direct. This is happening in your third house, which is the house of communication. You may be ready to communicate things or put out something into the world that you've been working on, a project, a blog, a website. Maybe you're ready to teach something or to take a course. It's a great time too for you to be planning any kind of short distance travel, like road trip type travel. Cancer, this is happening in your fourth house. This is the house of home and family. That's where this full moon is shedding its light. So looking at your home and seeing physically what changes can you make, you'll definitely be inspired to get rid of what you no longer need. But it could be something to do with your relationship with your family as well. And is there an elephant in the middle of the room that needs to be addressed? So Cancer could deal with your physical home, your family, but there's definitely a light being shown upon those areas. Leo, this is happening in your fifth house, the house of children, romance, creativity. So really looking at these areas and seeing with some of these, with Pluto being in the mix as well, where are you ready to transform in romance or your relationship with your children? Or even maybe it's time to start making some time for fun. Virgo, this is happening in your sixth house. This is the house of work, health, pets, any kind of service to others, and day-to-day routines. So this full moon is shining a light. And if it's dealing with health, you can look and see, okay, where can I transform my exercise routine? Maybe I have fallen off the daily habit of doing something that is good for my body. And this full moon is shining a light upon it and giving you the push to start taking care of yourself again. Libra, this is happening in your seventh house of relationships. So there's a lot of energy in Libra right now. So really taking a look at your relationships, not only your marriage or your one-on-one love relationships, but also business partnerships. And there's a light being shown upon it, and really taking a look at your needs versus the needs of your partner, and where can you negotiate or compromise so that everyone's needs are met. Scorpio, this is happening in your eighth house. So this is the house of really digging deep. This full moon is asking you to dive in and do the work, because all of these planets that are in Libra are making their way to Scorpio next. So this full moon, you may really feel like going inward, being a bit more introverted. You may be feeling, before the sun hits your sign anyway, like you don't have as much energy as normal, which this time of year is quite normal for you, because a lot of the energy is in your 12th house, which is really going inward, needing more sleep. Do some psychological work. Do the delving in and releasing the thing that you are so good at doing. Get to the root of whatever it is that is wanting to come up for you at this full moon. Sagittarius, this is happening in your 9th house. So it's shining a light upon your spirituality, upon how your big picture view of the world, perhaps travel. Maybe you are wanting to travel again, and this full moon is shining a light upon that. So really look at these areas. Also, maybe it's time to go deeper into an area of interest that you are wanting to study. Capricorn, this full moon is shining a light on your business, or even where you can become the CEO of your life. Where can you manage things in a more organized way? Where can you release business-wise what is no longer working and really refine and take a leap to transform your business or your area, your career area? Aquarius, this is happening in your 11th house of friends and groups of people. And so really going in, and Jupiter has just now gone direct in this 11th house as well, in your sign. And the first aspect after this full moon that the Taurus moon will make will be a square to Saturn, which is also in Aquarius. You're being asked to look a lot in the Aquarius house. So looking at friends, groups, tribes, how you relate to like-minded people. And Pisces, last but certainly not least, this is happening in your 12th house. So you, like Scorpio, may want to retreat a bit this full moon, really going inward and asking yourself, where are you holding back? Where can you transform something? Where can you maybe forgive someone? Maybe it is time to shine light on some secrets that you've had. So really going inward. This is also the house of dreams. Definitely keep a dream journal. You might find that your dreams become more vivid at this full moon as well. Thank you so much for joining, and take a deep breath. Do what you need to nourish your soul. And if you're at all interested, I'm leading a yoga and astrology series starting on Sunday. Would love to have you there. It's basically a yoga class. We tap into what's going on astrologically, and we do a class that is geared toward that. There'll be a link below. Thanks for joining.